I would like all the engineering majors to learn how to communicate in EE. And electrical engineering is very abstract. It's not every day that we can see an electron. Uh, and even the idea that when we talk about positive current flow, that in fact it's really electrons with a negative charge moving in the opposite direction can sometimes be a little bit off-putting. Um, Circuit analysis is a very mathematical activity, and just to throw it out there, do algebra and calculus mix with creativity? Um, I find that when I'm helping my daughter with her algebra homework, that I feel like I'm beating the creativity right out of her because doing algebra is following a pretty set procedure to get an answer. Sure, there's many ways. Sometimes there's more than one way to achieve an answer, but in general, there's not. Now, the reason why we need the algebra and calculus is that you're effectively developing mental tools that will allow you to solve large engineering problems. So don't get the idea that I don't think it's important, but um, you have to use mathematics as a tool and in engineering and not as an ends. So the thing is yep, you need all that mathematical background, but you also need your intuition and creativity to design. Another reason why I want everyone to be able to communicate is that the most important problems of any time in history require a multidisciplinary approach. All engineering graduates must be able to know and respect each other's discipline's skill set. And then there's another thing is that I've found that there are some people after they get their engineering degree in whatever discipline, they switch to electrical engineering for their master's degree. And if you've had and done well in EE 98, it makes it a lot easier. I also like you to make friends. It'll last you your whole career. Silicon Valley is small, and your reputation will start in school. Now, how will EE 98 be run? I like to use the flipped classroom or the inverted classroom or the active model, active learning models. Okay, and outside of class, these are the activities you would do. If a video exists, you'll watch the lecture type material on your own, with or without friends, and you take notes. You create a list of questions to ask in class. You can email me those questions or come to office hours for help. Even after a particular class has come and gone, you can come back. Before or after a topic is gone over in class or on when that video is supposed to be watched. Just don't let the schedule put you off. If you have a question, you come see me or email me and we'll figure out what's going on together. You still need to read the chapters. You'll finish your homework outside of class. You'll work on your project, and something to remind yourself is that you will review the previous week's topics, meaning you might go back and rewatch the videos. You might redo some homework, and you just don't kind of forget what happened. Everything builds on itself, and so you have to constantly keep your skill set sharp. Okay? If an exam is coming up right before the exam, create and take your own sample exams is an activity that you can do. Now, it should take about 10 hours a week outside of class for the regular semester to master this material. And if you're in the summer session, it should take about 24 hours a week outside of class. And so if you are in the summer session, you really aren't going to be able to do much besides learn the material in this class, eat and sleep and do some exercise. And I would imagine on Saturday and Sunday you can spend time with friends or family. But I strongly advise you against working during this time. Summer school is very expensive because you're paying the full price. And I want you to make sure that um, after paying the full price, you really learn what you need to learn to be a successful engineer. Okay. Inside of class, you will ask me questions. You'll take group or individual quizzes. You can start the homework sometimes, project or we might even start tutorials. And in the regular session, this is about 150 minutes a week and 8 hours per week in the summer session. Sometimes there will be a brief lecture that's given, because if I have found out something that will be really helpful um, to you to learn the material in EE98, I'll want to present it right away. And something else is class time is important. You're not just going to be sitting there watching me or listening to me talk, and if you miss lecture, well, you can just get it from your friends. Um, you really need to be actively engaged, and in order for that, you need to come on time. Now, I know there's a lot of things that go on in people's lives. Um, if you're going to be late, let me and your partners know before class.